Hi, and welcome back to Cheeky Crypto. My name is Nick.
And my name is Chris. And Nick, what do we got in store today?
Well, today, Chris, we are talking about Visa, and the CEO there has basically said that they're implementing a long-term crypto strategy. So this is of interest because someone as big as a Visa trying to basically implement crypto into their business is obviously going to spark interest. So
Yep.
really interested to see what they're talking about.
Implement or infiltrate?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
That is the
Um,
question.
yeah, this could go to, well, it's one of two ways I was going to say, but we kind of know where it's going
Mm,
in the longer term. So fantastic stuff, I guess, for the crypto space.
kind of.
Maybe. And yeah, let's go through that in a bit of detail. So if you find this useful, guys, definitely go ahead and smash that like button for Chris. He really does appreciate it. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here on Cheeky Crypto. Right, Chris, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the last 24 hours on the markets, recap what's happened there. It's obviously been a pretty positive day for many of these altcoins. And then we'll go through what the CEO of Visa is talking about.
Yeah, sounds great. Let's get straight into it, Nick.
Fantastic. Right, so here we are on coin market cap, and we can see that the market cap for all crypto assets currently sits on $542 billion. Okay, so a really interesting number because prepare yourselves to not really see numbers as low as this in 2021, 2022, and beyond, really, to be honest with you. I think as those CBDCs enter the crypto space because they're a digital asset, it'll be really interesting to see this number just become uncontrollable, right, Chris?
Yeah, completely. It's going to be another world.
So let's take a look, right? So Bitcoin here is 0.4% down, and Ethereum's up 5.8, XRP 13.6% up, Chainlink slightly down 2%, Polkadot down 0.9%, Cardano up 16.3, Stellar up 4.9, VeChain 3.3, Algorand 1.2, Ren 2.5. Zilliqa down 1.5, RSR down 5.1, Hedera up 3.6, and Matic up 5.1. Then we've got AGI down 7.3, Fetch AI down 1.4, Solve down 0.9, Harmony down 5.5, Polymath down 2.6, and V4 up 0.6 as well. So for the last 24 hours, a bit of a mix. We've seen basically 20 million come and go. Actually go with it and come back, I should say. And we put that down to a bit of day trading and maybe people just moving things around a little bit. And Bitcoin's dominance is at 63.5. Now, the 7-day outlook, or previous 7 days, I should say, looks incredibly strong. Bitcoin's at 16.7% up for the 7 days. XRP 74.47%, absolutely astonishing that it's outperforming Bitcoin by that much. And I keep saying that because people just didn't believe that that would be the case, but there it is, right? Then Ethereum's 28%, Chainlink's 23%, Polkadot's 28%, Cardano's 46%, Stellar 34, VeChain 31, Algorand 22. Basically, the gist of it is there's lots of double-digit growth that's better than Bitcoin. Just winding everyone up, of course. So I don't mind Bitcoin. I think it has a really good place in the crypto space, but it's fun to sometimes just trigger people for the hell of it. Right, Chris, shall we stop triggering people and talk about Visa?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
It does, doesn't it? Because you're the one that answers all of the all of the questions and the comments.
It's
So
making my life harder, Nick.
I am. God, I love it. A bit cheeky, but Visa CEO here says payment giant implementing long-term crypto strategy. So what are they talking about here? So Alfred Kelly, CEO of financial services, Goliath Visa, is unveiling the company's long-term strategy in the crypto space as cryptocurrencies are set to play a much larger role in the post-pandemic global economy. I was going to say, who knew? Who could figure that out?
Yeah,
Rocket scientists, right. So speaking at the CNBC Evolve Summit, Kelly says that as more people turn to digital during the pandemic, cryptocurrency is becoming a more prominent player in global transactions, and Visa is looking forward to being in the middle of payment flows made through fiat-based cryptocurrencies. Of course. So crypto is a developing part of payments in the world. It is a very nascent state right now. We are very interested in cryptocurrencies. We are not interested in crypto that is more of a commodity-based play. We're interested in crypto that ultimately becomes fiat-based. So there's a clear understanding of the value when there's an exchange of crypto for the purchase of goods and services. Okay, so ultimately they're basically talking about, stable coins, maybe bridge assets, possibly. So, maybe the stellars of the world and the XRPs of the world. Bitcoin, potentially, but they won't get involved with maybe Ethereum or Cardano. Maybe Cardano. I know there's stuff that happens there transaction based wise. So interesting to see how they're going to tackle this, because it could be a little bit messy in places, specifically in the US where regulations are a bit fuzzy, right? But let's see what else is going on. So Kelly revealed that Visa is already working with 25 crypto firms. Okay, and we're facilitating putting a Visa credential into their systems where you can convert your crypto based on a fiat currency and put the funds in a wallet where you can use them anywhere Visa is accepted. That it's a way of making those funds valuable and usable across our network. And as we were saying just offline, Chris, that's kind of just them trying to keep control over a system, right? Because ultimately, anyone who's already in the crypto space knows how this game works, right? We know that we hold the keys to the crypto, and therefore, if we want to send money to someone else's wallet, we can do that very easily and efficiently ourselves. We don't need to use Visa to transfer crypto to another crypto wallet. And basically, the need that Visa are trying to implement here is the ease of use, right? So they're basically trying to make it easier, and therefore, they keep their market share in what they're trying to do, right? Which is payments. Now, ultimately, if you think about all the people already in the crypto space that currently do this, you've got Coinbase with a card, powered by MasterCard, I believe, that let you spend your crypto. You have same with crypto.com and a whole host of others that are currently doing this, right? So it doesn't surprise me that Visa are trying to wrap it all up in one nice little package for the everyday user. But as things with PayID get easier and unstoppable domains, transferring funds is no longer as complicated as a complicated address and all those other things that we need to do in order to move crypto assets around. Instead, we can just use a readable name and send crypto assets that way. So I find this quite destructive. The whole point of a decentralized blockchain technology is to prevent single players basically being able to dominate in such a way. So yeah, that you can see exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to protect their business, and the only way to protect their business is to make sure it is capable of handling crypto assets. So you can totally understand what they're doing here. So let's see what else they're talking about. So Kelly also sees central bank digital currencies, the CBDCs, as a major development that Visa is looking to facilitate. Obviously, because once the banks go to digital, think they're going to need Visa needs to be on board with that, as does MasterCard and everyone else. The question really here is, are we going to allow, these banking institutions and these large players such as Visa and MasterCard to still dominate? Knowing that we know better, knowing that we can do these transactions without them. This is just another control method. They're trying to distract from, the use cases that actually are already there and just trying to make sure that they don't lose out. What's your thoughts on that, Chris?
Yeah, look, same as yours, to be honest, Nick. If I'm I'm on the same page completely. I've got nothing really to add.
Okay. So here's the quote, right? So the other thing that's happening in central banks around the world are looking at central bank digital currencies. They are in the early stages. Probably the Chinese are the furthest advanced. Not true. We already have central bank digital currencies out there. You're just not looking at them hard enough. But we'll skip past that for a second and assume, yes, the Chinese are the furthest advanced. We expect to continue to work with central banks around the world on how we can help those central banks as they develop a digital currency for the future, right? And on that note, a lot of central banks have already reached out to Ripple in terms of using the XRP ledger in order to host and to use those stable coins that they're developing, right? So if it's just speculation, of course, but why the hell not? If central banks do use the XRPL to develop their stable coins and using that ledger to do the transactions on it, then Visa coming in and integrating with those stable coins, does that kind of mean that they're kind of going to be compatible with XRP? And on that note, also Stellar, because those things are incredibly closely aligned. So put that out there, food for thought. See what else is going on. So although it's not happening anytime soon, Kelly says digital currencies are ultimately becoming a major part of the Visa platform, especially in emerging markets like Nigeria, where there are millions of people who have been excluded from traditional financial institutions. So ultimately, I can see digital currencies running on our Visa network in a more regular basis. I think it's a number of years out, but we are certainly open to any vehicle that helps facilitate the movement of money around the world, and we want to be in the middle of it. Of course you want to be in the middle of it. It's your business model. So I think crypto can play a role, especially in countries that are emerging markets where there's a lot of underbanked or unbanked people, right? So we think that the number is about 1.7 billion people on the face of the earth that are not banked in the mainstream banking system in whatever country they happen to live in, including some here in the United States. So, ultimately, I read this as in they are trying to make sure that their business still is around in the future, and by controlling how these central banks around the world and banking still integrates with Visa. But obviously, I think anyone who's currently in this space understands relatively well that these assets, you don't need people like Visa anymore. We don't need SWIFT, right? There are other ways about doing things, and these guys are just ultimately trying to hold on to power. And I thought the whole point of Bitcoin and the blockchain technology was to kind of decentralize these things, remove them from the single players, and give the power back to the people. And here we are. Now they're trying to come back in to what we know is a bit of a power play. But nonetheless, guys, that is what's going on in the world. Thought we'd bring it to you. Obviously, I'm not very pro this news. It will happen. There's no doubt in my mind that it will. It's just kind of how we live, unfortunately, in society. But there it is. It's in black and white. The Visa are looking at digital currencies and making it a part of their platform. And yeah, we looked at many roadmaps, haven't we, Chris? Where we look at lots of central banks, and we kind of know what the roadmaps are looking like, how many years this is. There's a reason that we choose 2025 when we talk about price predictions. That's the kind of timeline what we're thinking about this kind of stuff happening. So very, very big news. It's kind of out there now that Visa are on board. Expect MasterCard to have already said something or be in the pipeline of saying something similar as well. So guys, if you find this useful and informative, then definitely do go ahead and smash that like button. Chris really does appreciate it. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be kept up to date with all of the videos and live streams that we do here on the Cheeky Crypto channel. And with that said, we hope you have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Yeah, take care, everyone.